The time has come. It's been 10 months. I have had my dreadlocks for 10 months. Can you see them? They're pretty chunky. They're kind of still all over the place. They're still a little wild and I need to maintain them. But 10 months. I'm almost there. I'm almost to the year. I love them. I love them a lot. I've been asked, well, what are you going to do if you ever decide you don't like them? I don't know, because I don't have that feeling right now. I'm not worried about that. I think I'm going to love them still. I can't wait till they're about 6 inches longer. That's what I keep saying from the beginning. Like, I wish they were longer. And I can put them up and enjoy them. I enjoyed them when I was on vacation. They didn't bother me. I didn't like, oh, I can't get them wet. Nah, I still went and played in the ocean. I didn't bother me. I was hoping to be able to spend more time in the ocean and get some more saltwater treatments going on. I did invest in a washing station so I can get them in deep clean. Like, oh, this is going to be fun. Hubby said he would help me. I am not recording it the first time I do it, but I might record it the second time I do it. But I will let you know, and then maybe I'll take pictures of the crap that comes out of my hair. Anyways, all that aside, what is my channel? My channel is the Bucket List channel, and it's all about my bucket list. So my bucket list, the first thing on my list is to lose weight. The second thing on my list is to travel. And it's really amazing. I sat down and I actually listed out all the things on my bucket list and all the things that I wanted to do. And then I asked my husband, I said, honey, what do you want to do? What's your bucket list? He goes, my bucket list is just hanging out with you because your bucket list is crazy and let's have some fun. So that was kind of nice. I also have a bucket list of sailing around the world. I'd love to sail across an ocean, but let me not get there. I don't want to get too distracted. Terry he's always against me getting a boat, but recently he's been looking at sailboats. He's looking at the sailing classes so that I could get my captain's license. I need to get back to reading my book that he bought me for my birthday, but I bought it for myself. But he bought it for my birthday for me. And I need to learn what I can learn before I go and take the classes. Terry thinks that he found a class the other day for about $700 for a week-long class. And I'm like, I don't think that's going to be quite enough money for what I'm expecting. I really want a certification on a catamaran too. So that's going to be an extra certification. We'll have to work on that. But I think it's going to cost more like $7,000. I don't know. More research to come on that. Anyways, to me, certification on a sailboat or a catamaran means going out for several days and driving around and not only just taking in book work, but doing like in-person hands-on training. This last trip to Florida, we just kind of went down to the marina and looked around at the boats. I told my aunt, she was like, okay. I told my aunt that the next time we come down, I actually want to hook up with a broker and go look on some boats and go see what I want to see and see what's available, see what I like, see what I want, start putting that together. I have some great ideas from the channels that I've watched on YouTube of different positives about certain monohulls, positive about certain catamarans, just doing day sailing around, close to home versus sailing around the world, getting a blue water boat. There's so many different options there. I've done my research. I think I know most of it, but I want to go get my feet on a boat and see what's in there. So anyways, when we go down there next time, which will be probably in about a year or sooner, the goal is to spend at least a day or two with an agent or a dealer, broker, whatever you want to call them, and just get some more information. So yay. And then see what they have down there. Because I know in Fort Lauderdale, they have classes. I also know that they have classes up in various different locations on the Eastern Seaboard where we're going to be. I also have been doing more research about hiking and more ghost towns in our local area and maybe some further away. The weather's going to be nasty for a while, so there won't be any Harley adventures. I am missing my coast. I want to go see the ocean and the big trees and smell all that stuff. I love traveling on the Harleys. I'd love to take Terry through the Sequoia National Forest. We've been through the redwoods. I'd love to take him through the sequoias. There's just something about how big those trees are. The last thing I'd like to do, because it's redwoods, is I'd like to go to Japan and see the other redwoods. There's 3 different types of redwoods in the world. Redwood, the tall ones, redwood sequoias, and the redwoods in Japan. Anyways, weird facts that I've learned over the years. Okay. Over Christmas break, someone was talking about having dreams versus having goals. And there's such a big chasm between a dream and a goal. And to dream is fun. And to plan to accomplish a goal takes work, dedication, focus, and determination. To me, my bucket list isn't a dream. It's a goal. And my aunt, when I told her I wanted to buy a sailboat, she goes, "That's great to dream." I said, "Oh, you don't understand. This is not a dream. This is a goal." And she kind of looked at me. And then as the week went by, she's like, "Okay, you're really serious about this." I'm like, "I'm really serious about this because you know what? I could put my boat in that marina right over there and I could be down here visiting you and not have to pay, other than docking fees or mooring fees or whatever you want to call them. Or even if I go out and live on the hook, it's free." She was like, "You're really serious?" I said, "Would you go with me?" She goes, "Absolutely. That would be a blast." So a dream versus a goal. Okay. So I broke my list down because as a person who is like scatterbrained, ADHD, a dreamer, whatever you want to call it. Oh, look, somebody's bugging me again. I figured I needed a primary list and a secondary list. So I made a primary list of my big bucket list items. And then I broke it down into okay, if those happen, then the primaries are like, I really, really want them. The secondaries are like, it'd be fun, but so the major list, the primary list. To lose weight, I'd like to lose over 100 pounds in one shot and keep it off. I'm working on it. I'm there. I'm a third of the way there and I'm pushing. I will be pushing harder the rest of my life to get to that point. My goal is to be there by summer. And if I have to start fasting, I will. Goal number 2 is next June to go to Germany. What's in Germany, say? My son will graduate from college, hopefully, in the spring sometime. And we'd like to take him as a reward to Germany for 2 or 3 weeks. I have literally priced it all out. I have figured everything out. Airfare, housing, train tickets, food, attractions, souvenirs, where I want to go, what I want to see. He wants to go to Auschwitz and see the concentration camps, all that stuff. So, I mean, it's a whole page in my spreadsheet or my Word doc of all the things we're going to do while we're there. So the goal is to get there, where we land, if it's Paris, France, Germany, wherever we land, and then go for 2 or 3 weeks and travel without an agenda, but with intent. So there's things that we want to do, but I don't care how long we're there and I don't care how we see them. We'll go, we'll have fun, and then we have a return plane ticket. That's the goal. Bucket list item number 3, Paris. I never really had any interest in Paris until I met my husband and his mom. And they traveled Europe 2 times and they really enjoyed it. They had friends they met in South France. We now have an exchange student at our school who I absolutely adore. And I'd love to go visit her and see her when she's home. She lives in the south of France also. So that's kind of convenient. But Paris is not in the south of France. So I want to go to Paris. I want to see all the things. I've got a list of, oh my goodness, there's at least 15 things on this list of the things I want to see in France. I want to see the catacombs. I want to see Notre Dame. I want to see all the cathedrals. I want to see all the things. And I want to do all the things. But I also want to enjoy France in general. So I'd like to do that. And that's the number 3 thing on the list. Number 4, here's where it gets fun. Number 4, sailing. I just put sailing. And I went, be a crew on a boat, either a chartered one or one we've chartered, get my certification as a captain, but maybe, just maybe, hop on a boat in Hawaii and help charter it home to the States or across a major ocean. I'd love to go across a major ocean in a boat. Terry thinks I'm nuts, but he's terrified of sharks. So let's do it. I think it'd be fun. Number 4 leads to number 5. Number 5 is buy my boat. I don't care if it's new, old. Well, I do. Okay, I don't want an old boat. I want one within at least the last 10 years. It's kind of like buying a car. You get old and you have to be fixing it up all the time. I know that there are certain things that have to be maintained, but if you buy a boat within the last 10 years, more than likely they're going to have updated the sails, updated like all the lines and the stanchions and all that stuff. My husband just texted me. He's taking an algebra. Well, he's an 8 in an algebra class, and it's a lot for him. So we're gonna be having an algebra lesson tonight, evidently. Yay. Anyways, I want to buy a boat, but I want to buy a newer boat, but not a new boat, and I want to buy a maybe 8-year-old boat. And I'd like to buy a catamaran. However, I would compromise that for my first boat. I would buy a monohull if I could have it sooner. And then I would fix it up and I would trade it and buy the next boat. Anyways, number 6 is kind of like, it comes and goes with me. I would like to invest in real estate. I'd like to buy a second house. I'd like to have a house that I could either rent or use as an Airbnb. To have that kind of passive income, I would probably pay somebody to do the maintenance on it. I would pay somebody to do the renting it out, and I don't want to deal with that stuff. I just want it to be its own thing, and it does its own thing. But I think it would be a great investment to buy something like that, whether it's here in my town or in Texas where my kids live, and then I can stay in it with them, or even in Florida, because Florida, it's my home away from home. Love it down there. Number 7, disappear for a summer. Travel the world, go do things, have no agenda, just go see and buy the plane tickets the night before and train tickets and just see what there is to see. Go out and be. I'd love to just do that. Number 8 goes back into number 4 and 5, and that's cross an ocean in a boat. Those are my big ones. Okay, that took a long time. Excuse me. My secondary list is travel across America. A month-long sightseeing, not knowing where tomorrow is. Maybe on the Harley, maybe in a car, maybe in a motorhome, probably in a car. I don't know, the motorhome's kind of tempting, but they're kind of expensive, so I would have to buy one, and I don't really want to buy one. Anyways, the alternate would be door dashing across America. That just seems like a fun challenge. Can I go across America and not take any money with me? Interesting. I'd like to see New York, Washington, D.C., Mount Rushmore, New Orleans, and Tennessee, where it's Gatlinburg, Lynchburg, and the Nantahala River in North Carolina. Those are things I have seen some of, and some of them I haven't, but some of them all of them I want to show to Terry. So number 2 on the secondary list is go to Hawaii. I haven't been there since I was 13. It's way overdue. We do have family there. I don't know that I would ever see them, but I priced it all out, and I still want to go back. One island or 2, don't care. I just want to go to Hawaii. I'd love to get scuba certified, which goes in with the boat stuff. That's great. I'd love to go to Israel. Right now we're having the little war thing going on, and I don't think I want to be over there, but I still would like to go to Israel. Weird as it may seem, I want to jump out of an airplane. I would love to go parachuting. I don't know where that came from. Just something I like to do. I'd love to go explore Europe. I would love to go to Great Britain and see Ireland and all the places, not just France and like Germany and Poland, all those. I want to see all of them. Anyway, so explore Europe. I don't know if I'm an adrenaline junkie or not, but I really want to swim with sharks. Probably partially because he's so scared of sharks, but I really want to swim with the sharks. I'd love to go to Alaska. I'd love to see the Northern Lights in person. I'd love to see a glacier, maybe go hiking on a glacier. Sounds great. I'd also like to go on a cruise because, it's a boat, it's water, and yeah, let's do it. That might happen sooner than later. I'd like to go see as many aquariums across America as I can because I love the water. Again, water. There's a common theme here. The Mayan ruins down in Cancun area, I'd love to go down there and see those. I want to go through the Panama Canal in a boat. I think it would be great. I don't care. Hire me on as your employee and I will pull ropes. I think it would be a great thing to do. I want to go experience going through the Panama Canal. Machu Picchu and Easter Island. It's always been something I want to do. Machu Picchu might be hard because I think it's closed right now to the public. Easter Island, I just think it's neat to go there. So there's that. I'd love to see the Great Pyramids in Egypt. So much history there. And yeah, all that stuff. Terry's one he wants to do is go ride the Harleys to Sturgis. I'm okay with that. I don't know how much fun it would be, but let's do it, whatever. I want to see the Great Wall of China, and I want to swim in a big blue hole. If you don't know what a blue hole is, go Google it. They're pretty cool. Terry found one on accident. I don't know if it popped up on my iPad when he was using it, and he's like, holy cow, this thing is cool. But he's like, well, are there sharks? But I think it would be fun. I'd like to hike to the coast. So where we live, we're inland. It takes about an hour and a half to get to the coast, but there is a 3-day hike. You can walk straight through the mountains to the coast. However, there are bears, coyotes, mountain lions, and all the fun things that go along with it, plus your tent camping. And I'm not getting any younger. I still want to do it. I just have to convince him to do it. 1 summer ago, we attempted to climb a local mountain called Mount McLaughlin. And we got to about 1.5 miles from the top, and his body gave out. He had COVID, and it was not good. Yeah. So he'd like to finish it. He'd like to get to the top. I'm like, I could take it or leave it. I don't really care. I got up there pretty far. It's a hike. It's a walk. I'd rather go somewhere where I could walk there and then sleep and then come back the next day, because coming down hurt a lot. But you know what? As I lose weight, I'm sure it'll be better. Anyways, this video is getting really long. Terry's other one that he added after the Sturgis one, if you can't tell, they're both related to Harleys, is he'd like to get his bike finished. He wants to finish blacking out all the chrome that's on his bike. This list of 21 items for my minor list, and how many did I have on the major? I think it was 8. Yep, 8 on the major list. It kind of took on a life of its own. I didn't read every detail that's on the list. That would have taken like an hour, because I've done a lot of the book work and the research to know how much things are going to cost and times and all that stuff. But I plotted out how many days. I plotted out what I would like to spend time in each day and how much the cost would be, approximate for hotels. I always go really high. And then I always throw in a couple $1,000s for extra, just because there's always something you forget. I love budget planning for trips and that kind of stuff. It's really relaxing for me. I can sit and do it for hours. Looking at my list, though, the thing that pops out at me is there's a lot of places I want to go and things I want to see. The majority of them involve water. Some of them are in the United States, but most of them are around the world. So many times, and so many people, my aunt included, we were talking about just the other day, she was, I have no desire to leave America. I have no desire to leave the state. I don't really have any desire to leave the city. I have the desire to go and see. And I'm not getting any younger. I'm not old, but I'm not getting any younger. And I want to go see these places. And I want to check them off my bucket list. And I want to see what I can accomplish in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years, whatever it may be. But when I say I have a bucket list, I actually have a bucket list. I have a list of things I want to do before I die. And if I can, then let's do it. If I can't, then I'm going to do as many as I can and enjoy the ride along the way. So I will check in with you next time. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate the time that you spent listening to me ramble on and keeping up with my posts and my life and my journey to achieve my bucket list. Just for whatever it's worth, I just want to make a statement that everything in these videos is just my life experience. I am not a doctor or a nutritionist. I am not certified in anything. I might be certifiable, but I am in the process of my journey, and I'm sharing my journey with you. If you learn something that you like, do your own research, make your own goals, set your own standards. This is just what I'm doing. So I'm not telling you to do it. I get my information from a variety of doctors and studies and people, and I tend to not listen to my doctor, and I am not advising that to anybody. Doctors go to school to learn things. Most of them actually know what they're talking about. But if you don't agree with your doctor, take the time to learn for yourself, do the research. Anyways, here's to a healthier, happier you and me. Let's do this.